Billy, why'd you jump off the bridge? Because my friends did it. Aquariuses in general, they're the aliens of the zodiac sign, okay? How do you plan on getting to your location safely if you out here being a hot mess? You all over the place. You hopping curbs, you hitting little children, running across the little pedestrians, like, you know. What's happening, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about this great conjunction because I know you guys have been hearing all sorts of things about what's going to happen. I've seen some people on Black Twitter talking about we're going to get superpowers and we're going to become telepathic and all this other stuff. And I just wanted to demystify what is actually happening December 21st, that 12/21 thing that you've probably heard about everywhere, because it's everywhere, okay? We're just going to demystify that today. So I'm going to get to what you guys came here to see, but first things first, if you are new here, hi. My name is Elle from intuitiveasElle. I do pick cards, talk about astrology, and do other spiritually related videos. So if that's yours, just drop down, hit that subscribe button, and while you down there, you might well hit that bell button so YouTube lets you know stuff, so I can let you know stuff. Okay, all right. I ain't gonna say it again, okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So what's really good with this great conjunction? Okay, so this big event that's happening on 12/21/2020, okay, is basically Jupiter is going conjunct Saturn. What? I know you guys are like, what? We're gonna get into it, don't worry about it. But what is important is for you to know it's just something, an astrological transit that is happening, and that is what is sparking this whole debacle about what's going to happen. Are we gonna get superpowers? Blah, 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 blah. That's what it is. So essentially this week, both on the 17th and I think the 19th, which is actually the day that I'm filming this right here, Jupiter and Saturn both moved from the sign of Capricorn. They're both moving to Aquarius, or they have moved into the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Now, what is happening is, and why that is such a big deal, is because as they are moving into the sign of Aquarius at the same time, they are now aligned perfectly, or they are conjunct now, okay? And this is a big deal because it happens once about every 20 years. And then on top of that, this is the first time that Jupiter and Saturn have been so close since, I think, 1623 is what they said. So it's a super big deal. So the transit that's happening is that they are going conjunct. They are going to be in conjunction. And if you don't know what that is, that means when two planets are aligned, or they are lined up, basically, it means their energies are perfect for blending. They are working together. They are amplifying each other. A conjunction, out of all the different transits that you could have, when two planets go conjunct, that is a beautiful thing, because that means everything is working in your favor. It means they are combining, okay, to be even more intense, even more expansive, even more powerful, okay? So this conjunction is a big deal. On top of that, we have Jupiter is one of the planets that's happening to go conjunct. Jupiter is the big deal by itself because ruling over Sagittarius, Jupiter is all about expansion, growth, okay? Anytime Jupiter is involved, there is something positive that's happening, okay? There's opportunities for growth, of doing anything, opportunities for anything having to do with health, wealth, jobs, you know, just everything. Jupiter is about expansion. It's about positivity. You know, just I can't say it enough. It's about expansion, okay? When Jupiter is in play, that means more opportunities, okay? Jupiter likes to have fun and they want growth in a positive way. So typically the changes that are going to be happening when Jupiter is involved is a positive change. It's not more of a, you know, kind of like Pluto is about transformation, but it's more so about having to kill something off. That's not Jupiter. Jupiter is fun and happy and lucky and positive. And so Jupiter is about, you know, explosive energy, like change that's in an exciting and happy, thriving way, okay? Then we have the planet of Saturn, which is the exact opposite of Jupiter. Jupiter is that irresponsible child that is, you know, oh, you know, let's do this, or you know, Billy, why'd you jump off the bridge? Because my friends did it. You know, like that's that energy of Jupiter or Sagittarius, whereas Saturn is more of that father energy. Whenever Saturn is involved, it brings restrictions, it brings limitations, it brings lessons, you know, the stuff that we don't really want to deal with. Okay, we don't want to deal with that. We just want to have fun. So Saturn is more about slowing down so that you can make sure that you are doing things right. Now, when we're combining these energies, we have to take into account the zodiac sign that is falling under. Now, this one is coming under the sign of Aquarius. And if you know anything about Aquarius people or Aquarians, however you say that, they are about humanitarian things. They're all about the world and society and benefiting all and justice for all, in justice and equality. You know, they're all about social change. They're all about innovation. They're all about, you know, thinking outside of the box. Like Aquariuses in general, they're the aliens of the zodiac sign. Okay,
who gonna check me, boo? I have.
Anyway.
Are you okay?
No.
Like, if you're an Aquarius, don't get mad, because everybody in my life is pretty much an Aquarius. But, you know, they're the aliens of the zodiac sign. Aquarius energy is very, you know, think outside the box. And it's like, they don't even think outside the box. They got a whole other circle thing going on. They're not even in the box, okay? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but Aquarius energy is a very, you know, what needs to change, okay? They're thinking, they don't think like we do. They think all over the place. Like, we may think, oh, you know, this destination, like, we're trying to get here, this is a straight line that we need to take, we're just gonna take that straight line. Whereas an Aquarius may be like, okay, we're gonna go up here and then we're gonna go left, down, back, like, you know, and they're all over the place to get to their destination. Not in a spacey way, but just more so of they process things in a different way compared to everybody else, which is a beautiful thing because that gives you new perspective and blah, blah, blah. So both of these signs, both of these planets, Jupiter and Saturn, they are now in the sign of Aquarius, okay? So when Jupiter conjuncts with Saturn, okay, which is what we call the Great Conjunction, when Jupiter conjuncts with Saturn, okay, it's the perfect culmination of chaos in a good way, because if you think about it, Jupiter, i.e. Sagittarius energy, okay, Jupiter is that explosive, exploratory, you know, fire, open-minded, fiery energy, okay? So Jupiter energy is more about, let's do it, let's try it, you know, that exciting, you know, initiating behavior, okay? Whereas Saturn is kind of more about, we can't be out here acting reckless. We got to think about this. So it's kind of like Jupiter is the gas, okay? And Saturn is the brakes. Now, if you're thinking about, like, Saturn don't sound fun. Saturn by itself is not fun. I mean, it's necessary, of course, but it's not necessarily fun as Jupiter would be. But in situations like this is a great thing, because think about it, like I said, with the example I just used about Jupiter being the gas and Saturn being the brakes. If you're driving, you need both of them to get to your destination, okay? If you ain't got no gas, your car ain't gonna start. You ain't never gonna get there, okay? So Jupiter is needed, that exploratory, let's go, you know, let's go do this. That's what's needed. Whereas Saturn, it's the same thing. If you don't have brakes, you out here moving all reckless. Like, how do you plan on getting to your location safely if you out here being a hot mess? You all over the place. You hopping curbs, you hitting little children, running across the little pedestrians, like, you know.
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
Like, just, you need both to get to your destination, and that's what's going on with this Jupiter conjunct Saturn. This is going to be a great time for you to manifest whatever it is that you are wanting, because you're going to have the luckiness of Jupiter, okay? So as long as you're putting in that hard work at this time, that Saturn energy of you being disciplined and being responsible, as long as you're putting in that hard work and combining your Jupiter energy with your Saturn energy, which astrologically is already combined, okay, you're gonna get this shit popping during this Jupiter Saturn conjunct, okay? As once again, these planets are falling under the zodiac sign of Aquarius, there really is going to be an emphasis for us to focus on humanitarian causes, societal changes, social life, technological development, causes and friendships and all that crap. So there's going to be we're really going to be thinking deep in that Aquarius way about what do we need to change to better life or better society as a whole. So there's going to be that emphasis on that. And on top of, and more so than us just thinking about it, we're actually going to take steps to do those things, and we're going to be fruitful in what we're doing. Why? Because we have Jupiter and Saturn. Like, we have the gas, we have the brakes to make sure that we are doing things correctly, that we are being responsible, and we're doing stuff that actually move us forward more so than setting us back. We're not just being reckless out here in these streets. We are really going to be looking towards the future and what each of us can contribute to society to move everyone forward, okay? And like I said, as long as we're putting in that hard work, we can really get things done at this time. If you're also thinking about politics, this is going to be the time where we basically leave old, outdated crap that should have been thrown away, and we're thinking in a more progressive, more innovative way about, certain things just in general. Now, I know at this point you guys are wondering, how do I make the best use of this energy? And once again, your girl is not going to leave you hanging. But before I even get into that, if you seeing me and I'm seeing you, you hearing me, you feeling me, okay? If you have not liked, you have not subscribed, fam,
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
please stop playing here in these streets and go ahead and give me my like. Go ahead and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so how can you make the best use of this conjunct energy? Okay, so I have my handy dandy iPad because I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So at this time, you're going to want to identify the things in life that are making you happy. And the reason why I say that is because basically at this time, this is a time where your hard work is going to bear fruits. But you also, the hard work that you're putting in is going to have to be in something that you are passionate about to put in that hard work. Jupiter is that energy of, exploring new things, excitement. It's not that boring, I'm just doing what I gotta do. It ain't that energy. Jupiter is more of that reckless energy, or Sagittarius is more of that reckless energy that's like, I want to try this. Like, let's try bungee jumping off this cliff. Like, let's do that and see what's going on with that. And that's that energy that you're having to use at this time. It's more so of you need to know what you are passionate about to know what it is that you are needing to work hard to manifest, or put that hard work and energy and focus into to manifest at this time. So make sure you're taking a look at the things that you are passionate about and the things that you're wanting to manifest at this time. Also, much like retrograde energy, and it's not a retrograde, so I don't want you to think it's a retrograde. It's not a retrograde, okay? Much like retrograde energy, this Saturn conjunct Jupiter is really about making sure that you are slowing things down to get it right. And honestly, that's more of a Saturn thing because, Jupiter, like I said, is more reckless. Okay, but Saturn energy is more, for instance, like, your parents made you eat vegetables even though you wanted candy. Okay, it was unfun to eat broccoli for some people. I actually liked vegetables when I was younger. But it was unfun to eat broccoli, but it was necessary for your health and for your well-being. And that's the energy that Saturn is basically telling you, that you need to slow down. You need to make sure that you are doing things the correct way. You are following steps if there are steps. You are not just all over the place and moving in a reckless way. And so that's what this energy is bringing. This Jupiter conjunct Saturn is telling you that you really, it's all good and dandy to go, and that's what you're wanting to do. But there is a need for you to balance going and slowing down so that you can get to your destination in a safe manner. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna stick with this car analogy of Jupiter being the gas and Saturn being the brakes, and you just trying to get to your destination. That's what we're gonna stick to. But the whole thing about it is, once again, you're gonna need to move, progress, do stuff. It's not like a retrograde in that retrogrades kind of want you to wait to do stuff. This is not telling you to wait. This is just telling you to move cautiously. Watch all the other cars and how they're making their moves, and look and see how you need to move and the things that you need to do. Make sure you're checking the car. You know, like just make sure you are checking the details. Don't not do stuff, just move cautiously. This is also going to be a great time for you to restructure things in your life. Once again, Jupiter is about growth and trying new things and stepping out of your comfort zone, but Saturn is more so about, like I said, the restrictions and limitations and making sure that you're getting things right. So at this time, this is the time for you to basically focus on leaving behind things or restructuring things that are no longer serving you. And this could be things such as goals, careers, life plans, business goals, like just anything that you feel like needs restructuring in your life that you need to look at from a different perspective to get this stuff done. That is what you're going to want to basically take a look at and maybe tweak some things so that, you know, moving forward you'll be good at manifesting whatever it is you're trying to manifest. This is also a great time for light therapy, or if you are super into it, sound therapy. Now, I have a video on sound therapy because I love me some sound therapy. I am all about solfeggio frequencies, binaural beats, isochronics, chakra tones, all that. So I got a whole video about how you know the difference between those beats and or sound therapy, how you know the difference between those sound therapies and which one you want to listen to depending on what it is that you're trying to do. So I will leave that I will leave that up for you guys to check that out. But I think it's called How I Put That Thing Down, Flipped It and Reversed It Using Sound or something like that. But I will put it up so you guys can go check that out if you're interested in sound therapy. I love it. I would say go check out that video. But you know, this is a great time for that if that is something that you are interested in. If you are somebody that does rituals, on the other hand, this is a great time for any type of ritual that you're wanting to do. This is a great time for tarot readings. This is a great time for, this is a great time for basically any type of scripting, like writing down what your goals are for the year or what you are wanting to manifest, and breathing energy and life into that so that it can manifest in the 3D. Okay, this is a great time for doing anything like that. Like I said, this Aquarius energy is kicking in, and this is going to be a great time for you to form a new sense of direction as it relates to your place in society or what it is that you need to do personally for social change and all of that crap, or your direction or purpose in life in general. Let me just go ahead and read this. Society as a whole is going to focus on starting from scratch and rethinking our approach to freedom, equality, and what it means to care for the common good. Okay. Jupiter and Saturn have to do with professional success. So this is a great time if you're wanting to do anything to manifest career advancement, or like I said, reputation advancement, success, anything like that. Anything that can be expanded and for you to show growth in, this is the time for this is the time for that. Just overall, this is going to be the time for you to release old habits and make room for new things or new habits that will serve you better in the future moving forward, blah, 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 blah. Now, I know you guys are like, okay, you saying all that, but you still ain't say how it's going to affect me. Okay, I'm just telling you from a societal standpoint how this is going to affect everybody. To see how it is going to affect you personally, I cannot tell you, but to see how it is going to affect you personally, I would tell you to take a look at your birth chart and to find out where your 0 degrees Aquarius is at, or what house 0 degrees Aquarius is for you, because that is the area of life that you are going to see affected during this Jupiter conjunct Saturn. That's where you're going to maybe possibly want to manifest certain things at, because this conjunct is happening at 0 degrees Aquarius. So find where that is in your chart. For instance, if it's happening in your 10th house of your reputations and stuff, it's going to be super amplified, because 10th house is about career, it's about reputations, it's about achievements, blah 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 blah. So if this conjunct Saturn, blah blah blah, at 0 degrees Aquarius is happening, you know, in your 10th house, then that's the area of life that you may see some things popping up. So I would say go ahead and check your natal chart. I will have something in the description and in my comment section so you guys can go look at your natal chart personally, just in case you need an analysis. Other than that, I'll just put out this basic, you know, thing of where it's going to help you at. Okay, so if you are earth sign, there is really going to be a focus in your career and reputation as it relates to advancement. Okay, so you're gonna want to focus on earth signs, my earth signs. You're gonna want to focus on career and reputation advancements, because those are the houses that all my earth signs are going to fall under. Okay, achievements, career advancement, blah 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 blah. If you are an air sign, your focus is going to be on fun and pleasure. Okay, so that's where you're going to notice some things popping at. If you are a fire sign, there is going to be a focus in your houses that are dealing with relationships and communication. So that's where you may notice certain things at. And if you are a water sign, you're going to want to focus on things that, or you're going to notice a focus on things that are dealing with healing and maybe even spirituality. If that is your judge, I assume just because of the channel you're looking at, okay? So that is what's really good with this great conjunction. We got popping up on us December 21st, 2020, okay? All right, that is all that I have for you guys at this time. Hopefully that helped. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop down, comment those questions, and I will directly get back to you. I don't play games about that, period. Okay, I did that like 4 times. I don't play about that, period. But other than that, if this resonated with you, go ahead and give me a like, okay? Hit that thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you are excited about with this great conjunction, what you are hoping to expand on during this period. And don't worry about the time frame of this, because this great conjunction is it's one of those transits that whose energy is long lasting. It's not just like a new moon where it's like, oh, you got 3 days to no. This energy is gonna be around us for some time, okay? So don't worry about that. But anyway, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you're excited about expanding on or using this great conjunction for. And then while you down there touching on stuff, you might as well hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button while you're hitting that subscribe button, just so you can see the rest of my content, my beautiful, gorgeous content, okay? Once again, my name is Elle from intuitiveasElle, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.